Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Let's see how. Okay, my mic settings. Let's see. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. I need my mic just a little bit higher than my actual volume. Oh, this pencil's all messed up. There's actually one thing that I used to do. I don't have it anymore. I used to have a lead holder, but you can actually take this out, and if you don't have any lead for your lead holder, you can break the pencils and use that right there and shave it down a little bit. Use it in your lead holder. Use the burn pencil today. A little bit more. Actually surprised. This sharpener has lasted a long time. This little like I found it. I mean, I bought in like legit like, you know, like the Stadler like metal ones, I think, and for some reason this cheap one that I found just it's been holding up. It's been holding up pretty good. Okay, I got two letter styles. I'm kind of going, not letter styles, but two um, letters I've been going with. I think I'll keep going. We'll make it three times the charm, I guess, maybe. Uh, okay, let's see the audio real quick. My mic's working. Okay, I need to turn down the music just a little bit. Put it down. Okay, let's just do like wild thing. I don't want to have this one in the middle. What's am I doing here? Oh, that one was weird. That's a strange. That's a strange one, man. Normally I do the outline with the little. Now we're gonna do in this one. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so this one needs to go up like this. What I'm doing. What am I doing? I don't know. The entire album? Oh, got it to connect right there. Uh-oh. Yep. Yeah, let's. Oh, this one's ridiculous. I don't even like it. That's how they all start, I guess. The thing is, once you get it going, it's like you kind of have to just keep it. You just kind of have to just go with it, man. I don't even know I'm doing that here. Okay, let's see. Should I have done that? I don't know. How do I do it like this? Oh, okay, I have to keep it like even. Darn it, I messed that. Well, I guess I'm kind of keeping it even right there. Oh man, this one is a failure. It literally is a failure. Oh my goodness, I messed that up. You didn't see that right there. I messed it up right there. I literally. Oh, I got like confused. I got sidetracked. What I was doing. Oh, strange. I like connected it. Oh my goodness. This one's really, really weird, actually. I was supposed to pull a little circle thing. There we go. Something like that. Hmm. Oh gosh, I messed it up right there. I mean, I don't even know. I got confused. I was like trying to figure out how to connect it, and in doing so, I got all confused. Hmm. This one's weird because like this whole line right here, this was a very very strange part. It's literally like a maze. That's what it feels like drawing these things. Feels oops. Oh darn it. I guess I could just. I don't want to fill it in. Oh well. I'm gonna leave that little mess up right in there. Okay. What color should I do? Just light blue? Let's do yellow. I haven't used yellow yet. Actually, I don't know if yellow will. Let's just do light green. Yeah. Dude, I've been digging this playlist, man. This album, I mean. Whatever it is, it's freaking sweet. Yep. Alright. Yeah. There we go. I don't know. I kind of like having them like squared off at the bottom. I kind of wanted it to like flare out in the middle, but I don't know. How about this one? I just struggled to get it done. I just wanted to get it done. But if you want to see the maze, enter the maze. Can you enter the maze? Okay, so we go into the maze right here. Go right here. We go into here. Goes up into here, over in here. Whoop, yep, and then goes up in here. You can either go back into it though. That's pretty crazy, right there. This one has a double one right in here too. Go up in here, goes whoop, all the way up in here, goes up in here. This one connects up in here again. It goes over here. Actually, this one is not connected. Oh, these are fun sometimes, man. I don't know, like, there was a time where I just got utterly just burned out, you know, because you're kind of just doing the same thing over and over and over again. But, I don't know. I think it's a good warm-up, actually. Yeah? It's a good warm-up. This will make... Lately I've been having these as the thumbnail. So let me just, okay, so 31. 15. Yep. Let me figure out this is. Let's kind of see the styles. These are the leather set anyway. This one actually is kind of crazy. I feel like it's just too crazy. I kind of like this though. This is actually really very strange area up in here. Very weird. I got totally lost in here. It was like I got lost in the maze, man. I was trying to figure my way out of here. I actually got messed up right there. I was like trying to figure. Yeah, this this one is weird. See, and then this maze up in here. So you can figure out all the mazes. It's just like this one goes up into here, up in here. You go down here. This one swoops into there. Actually, this one didn't connect over there. I guess it connects up in here. And I don't know, that doesn't really count. Really. This one all connected. Up in here, you can go in here. This one's just easy. No. Barely had a connection up in here. That's the tricky part. I wish I would have connected right through here. That would have been cool. See, there's things that build off of one another, because that's why I did that section the next day. So I wanted to try to do that, and I messed it up. I kind of wanted to like have this one yesterday. I kind of wanted to like connect this area right up in here, but I don't know. Sometimes like you try it out, and then like you make one line too much, and you're like, oh man, like, oh well, I just gotta go with it, and you just. There's one thing is I really like doing the outline, man. At the end, it's just like the outline. Like, yeah, I gotta do it. Okay, what are we doing here? We're working on this stuff yesterday. I might get more into like doing the. Well, I guess I might as well just do more of the perspective stuff. I've been kind of getting back into listening to Jeff Watts. If you didn't know, Jeff Watts is one person I did study a lot. He taught me a lot about oil painting and figure drawing, stuff like that. And shout outs to him. Shout outs to you, Jeff. You're really gnarly. Never really actually took a physical class with him, but I have friends that have, and they've taught me some things, and it's kind of interesting actually seeing a bunch of the teachers and seeing like their methodologies and the tools that they use. Some of them are straight just digital painting and digital drawing. Some are into just straight traditional. If you didn't know by now, the reason why I'm actually doing this drawing on paper is because maybe about 6 years ago. Yeah, it's probably about 6 or 7 years ago. I had a really nice laptop. I used to play WoW on it, all these crazy games, and thing just like blew up on me. So from that point on, that was my traditional art thing. And the thing was, is that actually when I had that laptop, I was in that strange moment of life. You could even see it. It's kind of strange because I have it all like recorded with like my art in like chronological order. And there was this moment where like I had like so much digital art. I was so about the digital art, but I was also trying to do a bunch of traditional art at the time. And the thing was, is that I was kind of like hip. I was kind of like flip flopping. I was like, oh man, maybe I should just do the oil painting, or maybe I should just draw on paper, but then I just do it digitally, and then I get all weirded out. And I guess it's good to just do it all. And it's probably best just to do it all. But sometimes I just need to have like a one track mindset thing. And what ended up happening is that once my computer just like shit it out on me, I was just like, all right, well, I guess I'm just gonna just draw on paper. And then ever since then, I've just been drawing on paper. So kind of funny. Okay, let's see here. I guess I could just get into doing some more perspective stuff. Or should we do gesture stuff? I feel like it. Yeah, I need to do the gesture for sure, man. I definitely. I mean, not the perspective, because I eventually want to draw bikes. That's kind of the main goal, I think, is to draw bicycles, some degree, characters with bikes and stuff like that. But man, those things are freaking challenging. Like I even look it up. Like there's not even like that many videos. I actually did watch one video last night. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna look it up. How do you draw like a bike? And like I saw one video, like just one. Like what in the world, bro? Like there's only one of these things. But it's kind of funny because he actually went in without me even watching the video like prior to what I was doing, but he actually kind of did the same thing of laying it out. Um, you know, uh, Kind of like how the architecture people do. They do like the flat plane. They figure out the proportions and stuff like that, and then they. But it's kind of funny because he did a road bike, but it was kind of funny that he figured out that the three plane thing, and I thought it was kind of funny that I was in the same degree. But this is something you definitely probably should be, especially if you're drawing more like mechanical stuff. This is where I truly think like using. Well, I guess I need to probably be looking up more reference because like just to get these proportions and stuff right. Whereas like if I'm doing like gestures and stuff and like figure invention, it's a lot less lax and I can kind of just like go off and kind of just do my own stuff. But the mechanical stuff sometimes like you need that stuff to be like I don't know. You need to get it to like fit right within the page and stuff like that. So um, I think maybe what I might practice is I might start just practicing just ellipses, just things in the bike because we got to think about there's ellipses, there's tubes, There's like spindles, and yeah, that is the hard part. And then with the craziest part too is because you always see the bike and the bars are always straight because you have the straight thing with the into the vanishing point. But the thing about it is also the wheel, moves around. It could literally, you could do bars and stuff with it. So I'm wondering like if that. So it's like kind of interesting because then it would go into this whole horizon line. So it's like that's what's really interesting to think. So if these bars are doing a 360, like you do a bar spin, literally you're using up that entire range of the horizon line, and I think that's trippy. I'm like, what in the world? Yeah. Okay, so I was also thinking maybe I should start drawing more like this, especially because like I don't know. I guess I could just start drawing more like this, because I mean I guess the bike is more like that per se. So I guess I could draw like different types of bikes too. I mean that's what we might. I need to bite the bullet and not bite the bullet honestly, but eat the plant and learn how to just draw bikes, man. Because I mean I ride bikes so much. It's just I want to do some bike illustration. I've seen some artists. There's some artists like Alphonse Mucha. Actually, he used to do some bike illustration. He did some like a couple bike illustrations, which I was really surprised seeing some of his bike illustrations. Um, it's not that much. It's honestly like I'm pretty sure he just took a photo with a model, and then he just added the bike in there or whatever. He used photo reference a lot, and Alphonse Mucha was gnarly because he would just like get the gnarliest photo reference. Like he got it all planned out, like when he went into like an illustration sometimes. And I even heard that he would just straight up just trace over his own photographs. So if you see some of his work and you're like, how did he get like that perfect line work? From what I was told, that he would actually just overlay his own photos and just start tracing over them, which is weird because or all these articles say, oh well, don't never trace over any. Well, that's what Alphonse Mucha did, and you look at, or that's what they say he did anyway. He didn't do that all. I mean, he knew how to draw. I'm not saying he didn't know how to do it without that, but I was told that he did that with some stuff. But he also used his own photo reference and stuff like that. So, shout outs to Alphonse Mucha, gnarly Czech artist, Czech Republic. So right now I kind of want to like trying to figure out like I don't know, should I be drawing like BMX bikes? That's the thing is like, should I be drawing BMX bikes? Should I be drawing mountain bikes? Oh, road bike. Uh, I mean, I guess I should just learn how to draw any type of bike. Kind of funny, actually. There's this. I'm looking up some reference right now. There's actually this mini bike. It's a mini bike. I've never seen it before. I've never seen anybody ride this thing before. I kind of want to attempt to draw it. It's kind of fun. But I want to attempt to draw it, but I also want to attempt to draw it. That's the interesting thing about like the perspective things. You can take an object and you don't have to follow the reference like exact. Like how like how I would draw it when I used to draw from references. I would draw like the exact angle, everything, literally just draw it. But when you do like the perspective grid, you can kind of just draw it at any angle. It's really very bizarre. Let's see here. I kind of want to just mess around. So I'm gonna attempt to draw this mini bike thing. Holy Toledo, these wheels are small. These are crazy. It's like probably half of that. Crazy. Okay, so it's about almost 3. The bars are like super tall. Very interesting. What a strange little bike. Okay, so that's the stem. Those are the bars. It has a strange frame. It's very weird. I've never seen a frame like that before. It's very, very weird. I mean, you don't have to draw it like that, but I guess we could make it like a flatland frame, like my flatland bike that cracked in half. See, this is what's cool is like in this thing right here, you can really just go off and you know. Okay, so we're doing the head tube angle. And that's crazy because the seat goes like all the way up. That is a strange little bike. I mean, the wheels are even smaller. That's the craziest thing. They're actually smaller than this, but I guess on this one I'll just have it like that. This is crazy, man. Very, very interesting. So I am taking some stuff from the bike, what's it called? Bike drawing how-to video, I guess. So somewhat like what I did yesterday. He started off with the circles, so starting it off with a square actually. So I'll just draw that in just as a good like little reminder, you know. So it's like, so to get like the radius of the wheels, it's good to think of them as squares because you can split those squares in half and you know whatnot, figure out the radius of that circle. And then the next one he did actually was he was thinking about which is actually interesting because when, I don't know about all bikes, but I did watch a video from Scotty Kramer, and there's this dude Mike Laird, and Mike Laird makes a lot of the titanium bikes for the pro BMX riders right now. And from what Mike Laird was saying is if you're a welder and you weld a bike together, the place that you start out your welds is actually right here. This little area. See this little see the seat tube right there? But I'm gonna actually color it in green right now. So that tube right there and how that one connects up in here, that's how most frames are welded first, I think, for BMX anyway. But from thinking about that, the guy that was doing the bike illustration yesterday, he was thinking that, well, this tube and the forks are a kind of another good indicator because you know they're almost at that same, you know, and then the bars are kind of like almost there too, so it's like a good this and this, you know, it's like kind of a good good kind of thing to keep in mind when drawing a bike. And I'm gonna try and think about that too. So yeah, it's a very interesting bike. So yeah, that's our little thumbnail thing. not thumbnail. I guess this would be called the ground plane layout. I mean, you could even go off. Actually, it's kind of funny. With this one right here, see how this is on the side profile? You can actually, so if you're like a sculptor, so if you're a sculptor, I've done a little bit of sculpting, but the thing is it takes too long, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm just not good at it, but like I do know that there was some marble sculpture guys, and what they do is they have, so like say this is the the block of marble or whatever. They draw it out on the side like that, and then you can also with this one right here. I guess I'll just make that the this is the front view. Which bars are kind of weird actually. They're just kind of like a straight line. So supposedly that's supposed to be the front view. I guess there'd be like some gray cable stuff like that. But we know that's in the same kind of size thing. Thing about the guy that was doing it yesterday, I actually have never really drawn on what's it called? Tracing paper. He was using tracing paper, which was very interesting. I was like, wow, I haven't really honestly, all the teachers that I got taught from, they never used tracing paper. So I was kind of I was actually pretty surprised seeing him using tracing paper, and he would just go over very fast. I was like, oh, dude, that's actually such a good idea because like, you know, I've been trying to do the light box. You can do the same thing with this with any type of paper if you have a light box, but I just feel like, oh wow, it made it really like a lot more faster, you know. Which you might have to experiment with that. I think there was one time I did try and like draw with tracing paper, but it has like a different texture. It has kind of more of a I don't know, maybe it was the stuff that I got. It was kind of like very slick. Okay, so this is kind of our what would this be called? Um, I don't know what this would be called. Layout schematic. This is our layout schematic, and the thing about the layout schematic is you can do this with anything, anything that is three-dimensional. You figure this out right here, you can place it into perspective, and you can place this if you get the perspective right, you can place this in 3 point perspective, above horizon, below horizon, close up, far away. So many things. It's really trippy. I'm like, what in the world? So yeah, that's why I've been kind of like pushing perspective stuff lately. So maybe I should be titling my streams a little differently, but that's weird. I used to always just do the single character stuff. I still am gonna do that stuff, but man, like I'm kind of burnt out from that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so now the question is, um, what type of perspective are we going to do for this bike? Could just do the top down kind of thing. I think that's probably the one. I kind of want to try and draw this schematic in many different you know, maybe that's what I could do. Maybe I could do bunches of like things. And I could do it like that one. This is our schematic. This is our engineering schematic. Like on WoW. Okay, so I kind of want to just maybe just do it like just down, just push it down like that. Maybe make the box a little bigger. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Maybe keep it simple, you know. I could do like I guess I could do above, make it like that, but then I think that would be really challenging. So it's actually really it's kind of almost like figuring out a puzzle. I mean, I always say that, but it's like It's kind of how I've been trying to view it as lately. Okay, so this red line is our horizon line. I don't know, take my words for a grain of salt, but the perspective book, I don't have the perspective book. I was studying it in Barnes Noble and stuff. But they were saying something like, so with the field of view or something like that, I guess I'll make a little diagram. I think like if I were to, I think the thing is like, it's taking a lot longer for me to just like draw things out because I'm trying to explain it. But they said something to the degree of this is, so say this is the horizon line. They said something like, okay, so if you are a person, this is your head. Say this is just a stick figure. So your head is right there. They said that your field of view or something like this is like that. So that's what makes the and you could break it down or something. I think it's like either 60 or 90 degrees. I don't remember. It's one of the I can't. It's either 60 or 90. I can't remember. It's one of those. So that kind of looks like a 60 degree. So it's probably 60. Um, so from this gets set to your vanishing point. So that's you viewing this as the vanishing point. And then they said something along the lines of like there's a radius or some shit like that. I don't know. Like they're saying something like maybe from like the middle point. I can't remember. They're saying something like this is the middle point, and if you drew a circle from that middle point with the vanishing points, this is like some sort of like radius that you should be trying to do something in or draw, or you're supposed to like try and draw within this thing. Because I think if you get out of these like things, it gets kind of wonky or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting one to think about too. That's just what I'm thinking about when I place that first line down, as I'm trying to think about that as well. Okay, so I think I'm going to bring it in with this pencil, the light blue pencil, and right now we get to figure out the height of this object and how it's going to relate to other things in space. Well, I guess that's not really going to. Oh, yeah, I guess it is going to be kind of like that. I think I'm going to draw it right here. So we're going to draw it like that big, I think. So let's push this to. Probably should be using a ruler. I'm probably going to get a lot of stuff wrong, so bear with me. Okay, so from this one we kind of know, okay, so we can either draw the bike going forward like this, or we could draw the bike going like that. That. I think we're going to draw like that, even though I already kind of did it right there, but I kind of want to like just expand on this a bit. Well, this is a different type of bike. It's a strange mini bike thing. It kind of actually looks the one I drew actually kind of looks like a BMX bike. That's the funny thing. But the one on the image that I'm actually looking at, which is it's in a totally different perspective, but the wheels are like really little or even like smaller. Okay, so from here we can generally think, so this is the side one, and we'll think that maybe it's gonna be like that. And then we could maybe think that it'll be maybe Not that big. Okay, so since we know somewhat of this, which I think it's going to be a little bit more than that. Okay, so from this, we're gonna. I kind of want to use a ruler. I do have this thing. Where's my? Let's just bring this thing out and use it. Oh, I can't use it. It's like freaking. Huh, interesting. I'm gonna freaking use this thing, I think. How am I gonna set this up? Wait, I gotta clean up all this stuff in the way. This, bring this pencil and this pencil. I kind of don't like using this thing. I don't like having. I like holding my drawing. I feel like this is just making it like all scrunched up. I don't like feeling that way. Just use something else. I think I have a ruler. Screw. Yeah, I probably should use a ruler, honestly. I guess I could just bring this thing out of the. I don't have to use it on the easel. See, I don't like. I like keeping things simple. Now I have too many things. I have this piece of cardboard, a freaking clipboard. I just use this cardboard thing to make it easier. Okay, so I have this thing. This is my dad's old drawing thing. I've actually never used it before, so. Which is, it's actually really crazy. I've never actually seen something like this, but it's a, it's like, check this thing out. It's like a, I don't know what this thing is, honestly. Some sort of architecture thing. Like, it has like a hole in the middle, and so check it out. It's like you put this in there like that, and so like you have like a. It's kind of sketchy, but come on. See, it's like this, and you open it up, and I guess it's like this. You have this like thing. You could. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't just use a normal ruler. You know that's. So I don't know. Maybe there's something special about it or something. I haven't really seen anything special about it, to be honest. I think it just takes up more room than need be. So okay, let's see here. Let's give it a whirl though. So this thing's like too scrunched up. Okay, so take this. Square in perspective. Oh, whoa, that was weird. I feel like I don't like it like that. That's weird, huh? Oh, that's very strange. Like that box is really, really skinny. On the top is going to be very weird to draw. I think I'm going to draw the bike going this way then. Doesn't seem like it's right, but oh well. Okay, so we have this square set in space. You can't even see the lines that I've really put on. I guess you could really, if you really wanted to, you could just figure all this stuff out, like exactly. I think I'm just gonna eyeball it though. It's about 3, so let's cut this in half. Should we actually measure it? Should we? Should I be doing that? I'm not bad at math. Let's just put this thing up for now. Just eyeball it. Oh yeah, I guess there's that other thing. Is how do you get that the same size in there? Maybe I should have started instead of this big box. Fudge. This is where I messed up. Actually, maybe you shouldn't start with the big box. Maybe you should start with the wheels. Huh. Oh, shnikes. Maybe that's what you should start off with. See, that dude was saying he started off with a big box, but actually, now I'm thinking about it, maybe you should start off with the wheels because then if you did that and then did the warm up we did yesterday with this, so maybe if you started off with the wheels and then got one wheel radius down, you can split that in half, knowing that it's 3, and then get in that other one over here. Huh. I don't know. Maybe that's what I should do. Let's just cut this. I'm just gonna get this other freaking mold out. What does this thing do anyway? Huh. I don't know what this. There's like a radius thing on here. I wonder what that thing is for. I should look it up. What do they use this stuff for? I don't know what they use that thing for. Yeah, let's see how it describes this. Or is it set? Just cleaning this thing off. There we go. Clean this thing off. Okay. Oops. There we go. I'm just gonna use this. This will make it easier. Let's see, how many? I guess I shouldn't really matter about the height because I could always change it on this. How do you make a perfect square? I actually don't know. It's kind of weird. There's like a lot of these things that people don't really cover. I guess you don't. It doesn't matter. I guess that's the other thing. Is like I feel like I need to just sketch. You know, I need to stop thinking about like, oh, I gotta make it all perfect. Like I just need to like just keep just sketching. But I think maybe might be my downfall. Maybe. How do you get that to be? I kind of forgot. I need to look at my notes again. So that's how they do it to get that one, but how do you get it the next one? Huh. I wish I wish I had asked somebody this question. I don't know actually. How do you make this square the same size as this one? Because the thing about this right here is on the notes that I took is that to get this one you pass it through the horizon line. And then you get that point from the horizon line and then you make that line right there. I wonder if like do I just make this line down here and then push it all the way to the horizon line and then push it down that way? Let's see, I'm gonna do this with a normal pencil so just in case if I mess up I could erase it. Okay, so we're gonna take this line and that line and split it up all the way to this line right up in here, I think. Oops, I didn't even draw. Oops, oh, no, totally got it wrong. I guess I could just eyeball it too, but I shouldn't be eyeballing them because that's when things get wonky, I think. Trying to really figure this out, how they're doing it, and I keep getting it wrong too. Well, okay, so from this line, do we bring it down? I guess that's what it would be, right? Okay, yeah, that makes somewhat some sense. Maybe? We take it from this point right here, right, that little point, because we made this the diagonal line. See, this is something that one dude didn't cover. So I'm kind of wondering, like, am I doing? I'm just kind of like guessing right here. So if you're trying to follow this, I wouldn't. I'd look up like bike designers. Let's see what they're doing, because I don't know what I'm doing really. Okay, yeah, but I think this is actually what I'm doing. Okay, so then we take this one. Actually, I should do that with blue, because I think that's actually, let's just see if that's actually what it is. So then, okay, so from then this one, if we want the same size for this next square right here, like, okay, I think I figured something out. When I start drawing bikes, I'm gonna start drawing it from the wheels, because that's a good point of like how you can have it's almost like 3 wheel sizes right there. Because what I did is I tried to draw this giant square. The thing about doing the giant square is then it's hard to figure out doing 3 exact same size boxes right here, when you could just start off with that main landmark of making those 3. I think that thing is the 3 is a pretty big landmark for a lot of bikes. It's almost 3 wheels. And so let's see how wrong I got it from on this one, trying to make this 3. Let's see how far it went off. Could be actually pretty close, but I think it is. Okay, so we got another point. What in the world? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, maybe it does, maybe it does. Okay, so then they say from this point right here, we push that down. And supposedly, if I think I got it right, supposedly these 3 squares should be the same. I think something like that. Let's see. Okay, so imagine that. I would have made this bike so wonky if I did not do this right here. If I didn't figure this out and I just because I was literally about to just free eye it, just free draw it. The thing is that I would have constructed all of this stuff out, got to this point right here, and then went, wait a minute, that thing is like one of those old bikes where it's like a big wheel in the front and a little wheel in the back. We ain't going for that. So let's erase this blue line. And make that one the next blue line. I just feel like this takes way too long, but maybe it has to take long in the beginning to figure this stuff out. Okay. So this is a very big landmark. So I think now we can... Okay, now I think we can split these in half. So let me draw this next line over here. And then we split these down into a half thing over here again. We split that one in half. Let me split this one in half. Okay, so we know that this center point right here is where the radius of the wheel should be. So this is where the hub is supposed to go, right here. And then we can push those into perspective from this vanishing point. These 3X's have taken me an hour. Oh my goodness. Well, at least I know now, next time I draw a bike, that I'm going to start off like that. Okay, so I think from now, I can just put in the radius. Honestly, I should just do this fast. He said something like, you should just not be afraid to sketch. I'm trying to really analyze what I'm trying to do. Because every time I draw a bike, it turns out wonky, so. Okay, so we have this main thing like this right here that we figured out. Basically, that's taken me 1 hour. Ridiculous, but yeah. I guess the thing is, should I push these out now? Should I push this box and make that the radius? Okay, well anyway. Okay, so the next landmark is these ones right here. I think we can just eyeball those in. I'm gonna eyeball them in, I think. Okay, but then this needs to be on that same line right here. So I need to make sure. And if it's connecting into this radius, okay, yeah, so that this X is a very, very important one because that's where the hub is. So this is where the chainstay is. Okay, so then we got the chainstay. And then we have this right here. Okay, so that's the chainstay. This kind of curves up a little bit. They're not zero offset forks. Then we have the frame that goes down like a flatland. Actually, I should probably. Oh, no. Actually, yeah, it'll be like a flatland. Oops. I'm getting a lot of these things wrong. Okay, so we got that. Bars are kind of like somewhat aligned with the seat. I guess that's what makes it nice too, since we know that the bars are somewhat aligned with the seat. Makes it easier to draw. Should I just make this BMX bike? Nah, screw it. We'll just do it like how I was doing it. I could just make it a BMX bike now. Huh. I'm sketching that in. Is that how it should be? Maybe be? I don't know. You also gotta think that now I kind of did it on one plane a little bit, but you gotta think that this is where the hub is. It goes over here. I think I can eyeball it now. Huh. We have most of this set up now. We have a lot of the framework. It still seems like this wheel is not the right size. There's still something wrong with it. I guess it's working in perspective, but I've gotten the proportions wrong for like a BMX bike. Or I guess it's not a BMX bike, so I don't have to think about it too much. It ain't a BMX bike. I should not make it look like that. I keep trying to make it seem like nice. I should just make it just like one of these strange bikes. This person's riding. Just like up here, and then the stem goes out like that. Kind of like a mixture of a BMX bike and a mountain bike. But this bike's weird looking. Hmm. I think no, I mean I feel like I got it set up now. It's like I think you could just take a normal pencil and just start going in on it, right? Huh. Very interesting. Weird. And the brakes. Um, this is kind of like a mixture of a BMX bike and a flatland bike and a mountain bike. This thing's gonna have a C clamp. It has a platform for decades right there. As this is the brake setup. Um, the top tube is way too long. Has an internal headset. Oh, actually, we could make it like one of those old 80s bikes. This actually goes through. Huh. Oh well, I already drew it like that. Interesting. This is when you can really start just designing a bike. Because it has like big old internal, like mountain bike. Dude, this is a trip. Dude, this is really, really weird. But honestly, like this wheel should be up in here. I guess I could switch that now. I guess, that's another issue. How do you get this wheel? Say I didn't want this to be 3 exact that far away, that being the 3 mark. How do I get this same scale wheel but over here? Like if I wanted to push this down and make this frame smaller. I don't know how I'd actually do that because I have it set up to where I scaled it out to 3. I don't know how I'd really look like how would I ask somebody to answer? How do I put something in Google? That would be like how do you how would I say that into Google? How do you get a radius of the same diameter? I mean, I guess at that point you could just freeball it. I think that's what. Oh well, they're doing it the same. And, but yeah, that's actually I don't know how to do that. So if you know, send me a message or something if you do know how to do that. Okay, got our seat stay. The straddle cable is right there. That goes to the brake cable. I guess we'll just add that in right now. Actually, the straddle cable's right there. It goes in right here. There's little brake pads right there. Whoa, dude, this is a trip. You can literally make an entire bike right here. I'll have a hub. Weird. This can have pegs too. Seat stay. Actually, it's gonna have one of those things like the flatland bikes have. Just has the little pivot thing right there. It's gonna be a crazy gear ratio. So that actually splays out, so we should be able to see that one in the back. This is the bottom bracket. Oh, actually, yeah. So that one goes all the way. This actually is supposed to kind of curve in like that, and then the bottom bracket. And then the sprocket is on the outside, which is actually the sprocket should be in the middle of that. It's actually something I got wrong. It's supposed to be in the middle of the bottom bracket because that's where the spindle is. I guess we could just make that a little sprocket. Dude, this is a trip, man. I'm like literally tripping out. Like I'm literally drawing an entire bike right now. On the cranks, it'll be you want the cranks little for this one, especially since the seat stay looks so far back. So we know that these pedals are going to be littler for lard yards. Dude, this is the best bike I've ever drawn before. I've never drawn a bike this good. This is tripping me out, man. Okay, it's gonna have a like flatland thing. see, this frame's too big. It needs to be down. Oh, screw it. I might as well just make this a BMX bike, huh? Well, we'll just see. We'll just make it some sort of weird bike. Okay, so from here, draw the rim. So we know the rim has to be and we will be able to see part of that rim because it's so. Okay, so then that's the rim. We need to draw another outside thing for the rim because that's where it breaks. Oops, I got that radius wrong. Oh well. And then on the outside, that's where the tire is. Oh, darn it, I got the radius wrong. Oh, man. I got the radius wrong because now look at it, it looks wonky. Why does this one seem not in the middle? Huh. Oh well, it looks somewhat correct. No, that looks wonky. I can tell already. I must have got a measurement wrong somewhere. Let's just continue. Oh well. Well, keep note. I guess I'm gonna have to keep note of this. I have to write something over here. Radius. Monkey in the middle. I should have drawn it outside. Okay, so that's what I got wrong. I guess I don't need to write it. Right, I understand what I got wrong. So the thing is, what I got wrong was that I forgot that the chainstay, it actually splays out. I forgot that the chainstay splays out like this, like that. And the thing is that I made it flat. I made it so the chainstay is like this, like flat like that, whereas the chainstay is actually bent like that instead of like that. And the thing is, I did that and then I messed up putting that hub in. The hub actually should be right here. The end of the chainstay should be right there, and the hub. And then the problem is now, since I did that, I messed up the middle point of the wheel, and it actually looks wonky. I can already tell from that little thumbnail. That looks wonky. It wouldn't work. This bike wouldn't work. Oh well. I'll keep that in mind next time. Honestly, like the head tube should probably end right there. This thing's like really, really long. Like it's like way too long. Oh well. This is just some sort of strange bike for the warm up. Front brakes. Really long rotors. This is a strange bike, man. Actually, I need to bring this. This seat is this seat post is so high, man. This is ridiculous. This is like, let's just draw that as a square. That's what that one dude did. Let's do this as a square. No, I won't have. I'm not gonna put big on it. Put a brake cable on it though. Brake cable goes in, goes on that one side. The front brake cable goes through a fork into there. There's a lever that goes like that. Another lever that goes like that. Dude, this is the craziest thing I've ever freaked. This is ridiculous. This is like, I've never drawn a bike like this before, dude. This is the best bike I've ever drawn. Even though it's not really cool, but it's not that cool looking, but still, I think it's neat. Huh. I might start drawing a lot of bikes. Screw it, let's put some pegs on it. The freaking little, this thing is crazy. Wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. It seems very off. Oh, it's because I got this all wonkified up in here. Well, that should be on the same plane too. But what else can I add? I guess I could have a sticker right here. Most people have stickers right up in there. If I don't want to draw the spokes, I think you don't have to. What a trip. This is the first bike I've ever drawn. Like this. Now I know why it gets so wonky. There's so many little things. Like, see, this wheel is just totally out of ellipse. This one kind of is out of ellipse too, and it hits the frame right there too. There's a lot of interesting things you got to think about drawing a bike. This is why it's so hard. But I mean, I have everything up in here. Let's see here. We have the stem. We have grips. We have the levers. We have a brake cable. We have the headset. We have the front brake. We have the fork. We have the axle. We have 2 pegs in the front. We have a rim. We have a tire. We have the head tube of the frame that goes into here. We have the brake cable. We have the brake cable, what's that called? Brake cable guide thing where actually you adjust it. There should be a little bolt right here. There's a bolt right there where you can adjust it. We have the straddle cable, which actually there should be another side of that straddle cable to that side. We have the brake pads. We have the rear brakes. We have the wishbone, which is made for decades, it looks like right there. We have the seat clamp with the seat post. We have the rail. It's a railed seat post so you can adjust it. We have the chain stay. We actually don't have a chain. And then like sprockets, you can like put some like design in the sprockets. That's where a lot of, and actually these cranks should be 3D. And put some like design up in there. There's like little teeth over there too. Huh. Man, trying that bike took a while, man. Holy Toledo. Took a long time just to draw this thing. Okay. What could we add? I mean, maybe actually I could go this one. Maybe we could draw a donkey. See? This is like the mini one. Huh. Let's see if we could do that. Draw a horse or something. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Now we're going to attempt to draw a little horse right here in front of this bike. I want to draw horses. I want to draw bikes. I want to draw centaurs and Bible stuff, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'll draw. I'll draw a horse right here. And then there'll be like a bottle of oil or something. Dude, this is a crazy, man. I know it doesn't seem like much, but man, I'm like really stoked. This is literally the first bike I've ever drawn. Like I'm really happy. Like that's like it's really trippy because if we follow this out, we can actually draw supposedly we can draw this bike in any angle. The only problem the only I guess the one thing is that I do need to figure that out. I need to figure out how to get these wheel radiuses to where I want it. Because this one actually needs to be up here. This front end needs to be chopped. This front end needs to be actually right there. The problem is I don't know how to get this wheel radius the same. I think maybe then you would just have to eyeball it. Maybe. Hmm. I'm kind of like brain fried. I'm not gonna lie. Like drawing this out, man. Like I got tired. And draw a horse though, or a donkey or some sort of something like that. Y basta la zapacata. That is funny. This is funny. Whew. Holy Toledo. Okay, what am I doing here? Drawing a. Should I draw a horse? I don't know if I should draw a horse or not. Yeah, we're gonna draw a horse. Or a donkey. Maybe a mixture. Maybe a mixture of both, huh? Oh, that is a donkey. Oh, well. Hmm. It keeps getting scrunched up for some reason. Wow, it's gnarly. Dude, Jeff, you're still drawing, bro. Jeff Decal, man. I used to remember you on conceptart.org. Shit, I forgot I did this piece today. It's hilarious, huh? So funny. It's so funny. We went from doing this to this. That's hilarious. You know, it'd be funny. You know, it'd also be a challenge how to take this and then push it into perspective and drawing it exactly to scale. That would be a challenge. That's a puzzle to figure out and a half right there. I think anybody would want to do that. I guess it wouldn't take. I guess it wouldn't be that hard because if you just make that square, then you'd figure out everything else. Getting distracted on the internet now. Dude, Evan, you're dope, man. I'm getting so distracted. I feel like I'm just missing out. Everybody's like posting stuff, and I don't know every. Oh man, it's gnarly. It takes up a lot of time, especially when you keep up with what people are doing. Huh. Ooh, I think I kind of. You know what? Maybe there's a reason why I never really learned perspective for so long. Because maybe if I learned it in the beginning, I would have never gotten into like gesture stuff as much. Wow. Oh, you know what? I think I might play some FFR. That's what I'll do. Kind of change up the pace and get a little distracted. Go. Holy moly. Oops. How do I see like the level of the song? Maybe that's why I shouldn't go into difficulties. Man, holy moly, this got really hard. I'm like, no, I've lost it. Holy Toledo, it got really hard at the end. I was like, oh man, this song's kind of actually a standard song. It got really hard. Oh my god. My hands are freaking tired. I can't believe I actually got through that song. I'm actually getting through these songs. I guess I haven't really really done these songs before, but I used to never be able to do standard. See, that song like felt like it should be maybe like on beginner or easiest. Did I already try this song? I think I already tried it. Christ, this got really hard. Oh my goodness. I like lost the entire... I can't believe I even got through it. Oh my goodness. I'm not good at like the... Jesus. Nope. Oh my goodness. For some reason that song was very, very hard. Let's go to the... Immortal... That one song. Get this out in the Immortal. Yep, this is the song. That part was hard. That dude was cool. I feel like I should have heard that song. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I wonder what other songs they got up in here. I'm like looking for like that old school stuff. What is this? Oh my goodness, what the heck? Not the same song. Where do you see the level? Is there a level? Where do you see the freaking level at? What's this one? Red core of the essential. I can't do this one. You can only do various ones that I can do. There's really not that many. Go to the funk. Just freaking button smashing. Oh, Toledo, how do you even do that song? Oh my goodness, this is just a button smashing song. Oh my goodness. I basically went through that whole song just button smashing, kind of. Oh, that song was fun. Play it funky. Man, that was really weird. There's like really crazy stuff. Okay, I'm doing this. We done with this. My fingers tired now. Okay, man, that freaking. I shouldn't have played that game. Freaking made my fingers really tired. I don't know. Should I draw the horse? I don't know if I should or not. Wow. Jesus Christ, what's going on, man? People be wilding out, man. Dang, Silver, you are still freaking streaming? I literally woke up and you were streaming. How do you do that? You've literally been playing all day. Oh, man. Okay, let's draw. I guess we'll draw like a horse or something. Let's see, what would be some horse music? Horse ranch ambience. Oh my, 11 hours. Oh, sorry, that was really loud. This is the cheesiest thing ever. That's awesome though. Oh well. The horses are pretty big. They're like up here. Like, I don't know, should I have the horse facing this way or that way? That's the problem. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could just draw another bike over here and then another one back there. Like 4 bikes. I think I'm gonna draw a horse though. Yeah. Okay. We're doing it. We are doing it. I'm gonna figure out. Okay, so horse is probably about that tall, I think. Maybe a horse donkey kind of thing. Just catching this perspective bit. Maybe it should be a donkey. guess I want to have it in the middle. Darn it. It's getting really complex up in here. I guess I could just erase some of these lines since we don't need them anymore. We kind of wanted to have it in the middle. I guess we don't have to measure everything out, to be honest with you. It's not like I have to do that. This is the hard part, is how do you correlate it all to make it fit in there, huh? Oh, darn it. I gotta do this leg. Yeah, this does not look like a horse really. I'm getting a lot of stuff wrong. Look up some reference. So I could try and find reference for this exact angle or whatever. Yeah, I probably should. Trying to figure out, let's see. Definitely gotten like a lot of this stuff wrong. It's very strange. Do Pegasus have? Do Pegasus are the wings on the? Honor to the Lord. this in. He looks really stiff. That's the problem. That's why I kind of don't like doing this perspective stuff, because I make everything look stiff. See, like it doesn't. Now this stuff just doesn't even make sense, to be honest with you. See, I think I got like the head wrong or something. I think it's too big. Yeah, I think I got the head too big. He's holding a pair of scales in his hand. It's the Black Horseman. So every time I read that verse, that's what it reminds me of. You know what this is going to be? This is going to be a big canister of oil. Oil. Oh, there's going to be dead fish. Maybe the oil's going to kill off all the fish. Not all the fish, but a lot of fish. Be like dead bees. Let's just draw a bunch of dead things. Hmm. This one's kind of eerie, man. This one's kind of weirding me out. I don't know what else to add. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Hmm. I mean, man, if this isn't, dude, I'm really committing this one to God, man. Like, this one's like, like no holds bar, like, you know, like. Actually, I think I need to draw a rim on there. How do I like see this one? I want my illustrations to get. This is actually kind of what I was kind of wanting to get into, like to where my illustrations can kind of hold a little bit more weight within, like, I don't know, something that's actually maybe meaningful or something like that. I don't know. What does oil kill? I can only like think of fish, but I think maybe it does. Oil affect bees? I don't know if it does or not. Does oil affect bees? Does anybody know that? I don't know. I would draw like a bunch of bees dead, but I don't know. Like I don't know if I should really do that. We'll just do like the obvious. Obviously, oil takes out the wildlife. We all learn fish anyway. We all know that from grade school. I mean, how much more obvious do you want? You know, it's like boom. Like you look at that. What's that? What oil doing? What do you think it's doing? Maybe we should draw a human skull in here as well. Cause that is, I don't think that's scaled right. Oh, well. Hmm. I don't know, what else could I draw? Trying to think. I wish I didn't. See, that's so hard to come back from messing up that wheel. If you I messed up this wheel, and it literally just destroyed the entire, like. I mean, I guess I could just push it down a little bit more. That's all I have to do, I think. Hmm. Trying to think, what else could I put in here that's like meaningful? I mean, I guess I could just put a bunch of bikes right here. I guess that's the other thing, is how is this bike standing up? You know what, I could try and ink it. Huh, I wonder what would happen if I tried to ink it. What if I put like, Literally sounds of a horse eating. It's hilarious. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to add on here. I'm like thinking too much about it. Yeah, so this has turned into actually an illustration of Revelation 6:6. On a big Revelation verse I tripped out for the past couple years. Honestly, I could erase this and draw a figure right here, holding the bike. Who knows? Ugh. From this to this. Oh, that's kind of funny. This one has like. I did that on this one. I want to do another piece like this actually. This one's like, I feel like I just start thinking too much about stuff. I'm just like, I freaking, it's taxing on the brain. This is not as taxing. This is kind of just you scribbling around. This one. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, let's see here. How can I make this thumbnail? I'm just gonna chill out now. How can I draw this thumbnail or make this thumbnail for this stream? Get it all in there? Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't have that on top of the stream, huh? Yeah. So this is let's see, maybe I could put some more light on it or something. For some reason, these ones you can't really see. It's like really hard to see. On the stream. Trying to get it right. Let's see. Maybe I could get it a little bit more closer in. The thumbnail for the stream. Inspired by Revelation 6:6. I've been kind of tripped out by it for the past couple years. And didn't think this would actually turn into an illustration of like that. It just kind of started morphing into it. Very bizarre, actually. Best bike I've ever drawn. That's for sure. It's definitely haven't drawn a bike like this before. There is some stuff I messed up and some stuff I still don't know how to do. I mean, I guess whoever's watching this stream, if you can ever tell me how to do it, it'd be nice. Because I don't know how to look it up without, like, I don't know what to word it as to look it up. But, let me turn down this freaking audio. I literally have horse ambience in the background. But, I messed up this. Okay, so, like, a BMX frame. Isn't this long. It's actually probably right here. See this line right here? It's not generally this long. This isn't really a BMX bike because these bars are like mountain bike bars, which is kind of odd, but yeah, I don't know how to get this radius because how I started it was see the square. Well, the thing about BMX bikes is they're a little bit more shorter up in there, and I'm not quite sure how to get this same radius, the same one. Oh, I guess you know what? I think actually maybe I do know how to do it. Okay, I think I know how to do it. I think what you could do maybe is set it up on here, set the proportions out, and then arc it down, right? Maybe that's what you could do. You can arc it down, arc that down, and maybe figure out the points to place those. Maybe that's how you do it. Maybe that's how you do it. I'm not too sure actually. But yeah, that was one. I messed up this right up in here. I forgot that this splays out. Actually, this makes no sense right up in here too. Now that I look at it again, this actually needs to splay out like that more for the tire, because actually the tire wouldn't be able to fit in here. Now that I look at it. Same with actually these forks too. I messed that up. That's actually a hard area. Is how do you get the tire to fit within that stuff? I'm having trouble with these radiuses because it's not only just a tire, it's a rim on top of the tire. I didn't even attempt the spokes, but I guess the spokes would be, you just have to figure out halfway, and then do a cross lace pattern on that. But I guess I could still do that right now. This is kind of from yesterday, from I guess the past couple days that we've been practicing the cross. I've been wanting to just add a bunch of crosses in my work just to honor it to the Lord. You know, I feel like when I do something like that, it gives, I don't know, it's like I'm like, you know, it gives my draw. I don't know. It's like I feel like I'm doing actually something that I could because man, it's totally changed my mindset. You know, just because for the past maybe the past 4 years now, I've probably read the Bible every single day, one verse at least. Maybe 4 years, maybe even longer than that now. But yeah. So this whole it started with this right here with the bike. But the thing is I have been thinking about the verse of Revelation 6:6 and the black horseman. The black horseman represents famine, and he holds a pair of balances in his hand. And what's I find very strange about the verse is if you read it, at the end of it, it says, "Do not damage the oil or the wine." And I find it ironic that the black horseman represents famine, and I find it very strange that so much of our food gets transported from oil. So if something happens to oil, like a lot of things will start happening, I think. And I have looked the verse up on the internet, and it does say that the oil was representing like like anointing oil or olive oil. But honestly, as I look deeper into it, I don't think that's actually what it meant. I honestly think it meant maybe all oil. I don't know, maybe every type of oil. I just find it very weird that we transport our food with oil. And then also in the verse, he says he has a pair of scales in his hand. He says something like uh, uh, something about food being the wages of food or something. I don't know. Probably, and I don't know. It's just weird. I'm kind of just confusing myself, but I've always kind of actually wanted to do an illustration of somewhat of this thing, and I guess it's kind of happened right now. It's kind of weird. I guess it started from this one. I think we did this one yesterday. I think. Um, so as you can see, it's kind of this right here. This is kind of where I got the little idea. This is like I'm into it. Anyway, guess that's the stream. Farewell, everybody. Do your best and have fun.